Here's an acting tip update. So a couple videos ago, I mentioned that actors need to outflow to agents every week. It always needs to be part of something you do. In LA in the 2000s, what we had to do is we'd pick about 50 agents, send them your headshot, resume, and a little note. And then the next week you'd send postcards to all of them. And then you would call them and get hung up on just about all of them. And you would keep that process up until you get one. Now, after about 6 to 12 months of doing that, you would get an agent, but it probably isn't going to be one that's going to work with you. That's the key, to get an agent that you work together and work through those tough times and think outside the box. So in doing these videos, I realized myself that I got to be doing outflow every week to get an agent. So I started it, and I got 2 agent interviews, and I'm happy to report I have a new agent. And this is the funny thing about this agent, is we talked for an hour. I talked to this agent more in that 1 hour than I did with all the 15 reps that I've had. But this is what I realized. I was starting to do outflow to agents, again, in California. That's Cosmo, he wants to say hi. He's my guard dog. In my area in California. But I was getting the same annoying result. So I thought outside the box. What if I get an agent outside of California where I can get to those areas fast, like Vegas and Arizona and New Mexico, but it's a different market where they'll be more willing to talk to me and they'll be working hard. And it was such a different experience, and it was like getting a normal job experience where it was, I sent something to them, they responded. So my advice is think outside the box in a different market, and I think you'll have better luck.